It's a great honor to welcome all of you to the opening of this facility for the public good of saving lives. Today, we find ourselves during a crisis, and we extend our special thank you to every one of you who has made themselves available to be present with us today. B Medical Systems has always been a company that has embraced challenges. We were the first company invited by the WHO and UNICEF for providing cold chain solutions in the extended program for immunization. We were the first company to have a WHO PQS qualified solar direct drive vaccine refrigerator. We also launched the world's only WHO pre-qualified vaccine transport vehicle. Now, more than ever, this country needs safe, reliable technologies and innovative products to push the frontiers of vaccination and healthcare. So today, on behalf of the world's greatest, oldest, and the most reliable vaccine and medical cold chain company, I would like to extend a special welcome to all of you present with us physically as well as virtually. I'm happy to announce and delighted that now we have Shri Purushottam Rupala ji, the Union Minister of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Government of India, with us.
Ram Ram.
Let's look at the other video to have our year in review. Wow, what a year that has been. I would now like to welcome our first virtual guest, Mr. Luke Provost, the CEO of B Medical Systems. He has been associated with the company for over 2 decades. Unfortunately, due to the travel restrictions, he was unable to attend the event, but is virtually present with us.
Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Honorable Prime Minister Bettel, dear guests, Namaste. As CEO of B Medical Systems Luxembourg, it is for me a great joy and honor to share with you this inauguration day, which is the result of an incredible and exciting journey and a dream come true for our company. For more than 4 decades, B Medical Systems has been providing from Luxembourg state-of-the-art vaccine cold technology around the world. More than 40 years, our company has been able to support traditional vaccine programs worldwide, and this as market leader. But it took a global crisis and the sharpness of 2 prime ministers to proactively join forces and to create a stronger and better response to fight COVID. For this initiative, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to both prime ministers. And it is one thing to have great ideas, but to turn them in reality is often very challenging. As a foreign investor, you never know how long and how difficult such a journey can be. But to my great surprise, our journey in India has been a flawless experience. I would like to take this opportunity really to testify the incredible level of support that we have received from the Government of Gujarat, from Invest India, from the Ministry of External Affairs, and from both embassies of India and Luxembourg. The guidance and the hand-holding experience was just incredible. All of these entities have supported us from day one until this inauguration day. It was very professional, very efficient, and incredibly fast. To all of you, I would like to express my deepest gratitude, and I can only recommend all foreign investors to try the experience to invest in India. Since more than 40 years, Luxembourg strategically has been an incredible location for our company. It is a country in the heart of Europe with many opportunities where companies are supported in many different ways by the government and its representatives. And today, we have found a second home here in Mundra within the premises of the Adani Group. The Adani Group and the Adani family, whom from day one have supported us and made us feel at home in a modern industrial environment, which can only lead to success. My sincere thank you to the Adani Group and to the Adani family. Last but not least, a company is not only about good products, good ideas, great infrastructure, it is also about people. And I would like to express my thank you to all of the new members of B Medical India who have joined our family and who already have shown a great level of professionalism and family spirit. India is an incredible source to find talents. I cannot end my long list of gratitude without saying a special thank you to Giselle Doshi, CEO of B Medical Systems India, without whom this entire adventure would not have been possible. Thank you, Giselle, for everything that you have done. It is with this strong feeling of immense gratitude to all of you that I would like to wish you a happy inauguration celebration. May it be the beginning of a long and fruitful collaboration between India and Luxembourg. And together, may we overcome COVID very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Provost, for your heartfelt wishes. And you're so right. We do owe a special debt of gratitude to our 2 prime ministers. Of course, Shri Narendra Modi has always been a global advocate for the collective fight against COVID and has led the efforts from the front. This day would not have been possible without his visionary leadership. Honorable Prime Minister, sir, B Medical Systems is proud to partner with the Government of India in the efforts against COVID-19. We promise to you our commitment to strengthen India's healthcare ecosystem and to get India fully vaccinated. We would now like to welcome the Honorable Prime Minister of Luxembourg, Mr. Xavier Bettel.
Good afternoon, Namaste. Honourable Minister, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure for me to address all of you today on the inauguration ceremony of B Medical Systems' first manufacturing facility abroad in India. I deeply regret not being with you today, but the sanitary situation marked by a surge in COVID-19 infections with the Omicron variant has forced me to stay in my country. I'm very satisfied that the first virtual summit I held with the Honourable Prime Minister Narendra Modi a bit more than a year ago bore fruit so quickly. In less than a year's time, the team of B Medical Systems has set up this Make in India production site and started to produce medical cold chain equipment in the state of Gujarat, which I would like to commend for its investments friendliness. In Mundra, B Medical Systems benefits from a state-of-the-art infrastructure and access to the largest port of India. I would like to thank the local partners for their assistance in B Medical Systems' journey. This small endeavour would not have been possible without the support of my friend, the Honourable Prime Minister Modi, the Ministry of External Affairs and the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, the Government of Gujarat, the investment promotion teams of India and of Gujarat Invest India and Indextb. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of them for their contribution to implement these investments from Luxembourg in a record time. Last but not least, I would like to commend the devotion and persistence of the team of B Medical Systems, who work day and night to make it happen. My government is strongly committed to establishing Luxembourg as an attractive place for health sciences, medical technologies, research and innovation. And we are looking forward to cooperating closely with India in this domain. I'm proud of B Medical Systems, which started in a little village in Luxembourg, in Hosingen, more than 40 years ago, and specialized in refrigerators for medical use. Already back in the 70s, B Medical System was the only company which responded to a UNICEF program to provide blood bank and cold chain equipment. And with the support of the Luxembourg Development Corporation, it distributed these life-saving products in multiple countries, in Asia, in Africa, and also in South America. Thanks to its technological innovation, the company has maintained its position as a world leader in the cold chain for human vaccinations for over 4 decades. The COVID-19 pandemic has caused a significant rise in the demand for B Medical Systems products across the world. In parallel to the construction of this facility, the production site in Luxembourg has also been expanded with the support of my government. Science tells us that vaccination is key to overcoming the COVID-19 pandemic. I hope that, thanks to this new manufacturing plant in India, the medical system will contribute to bring back normal life to all of us as soon as possible. Let us recall that through its products, the company already made a significant contribution to the eradication of polio. I wish all the personnel of this new production facility a lot of success and good luck in their new tasks. I wish to all of you a joyful, but most of all, safe celebration of the opening of the site. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to thank the Honorable Prime Minister of Luxembourg, His Excellency Xavier Bettel, for his inspiring words. He also acknowledged the presence of the Honorable Minister of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Shri Purushottam Sahib Rupalaji, who is already live with us and will be joining us shortly. He had made a great attempt to actually be physically present here, but owing to the current situation, he could not make it. But thanks to his greatness that he is with here, watching together with us live, and he will be participating and talking to us shortly, as well as will be here for the entire program. Thank you so much.
We are extremely humbled to be a part of the global fight against COVID-19. Here is the snippet of the same. We are all increasingly aware of the human immunization program. But equally important are the vaccination and the numerous health initiatives in fisheries, animal husbandry, and dairying. Today, we are honored and privileged to have Shri Parshottam Rupala ji, Honorable Minister of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry, and Dairying, in our midst. We are all aware of the political journey and the credentials of the Honorable Minister, who is a self-made man and a statesperson, extremely humble, simple, and a perfectionist. He has risen from the grassroots level to the stature of a Rajneta. His 3 decades of experience as a farmer, a cabinet minister, and a statesman makes him the most appropriate person for the portfolio of the Union Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry, and Dairying. His long-standing association with the Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, needs no elaboration. And without any further ado, I welcome Honorable Minister, sir, to address us.
नमस्ते सभी को मेरा राम राम कच्छी माड़ुओं ने मारा नमस्कार ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ लक्समबर्ग श्री जेवियर बैटल Her Excellency Mr. Peggy Frenjen, Ambassador of Luxembourg to India, Sri Luc Provost, CEO B Medical Systems, Srimati Preet Adani, Chairperson Adani Foundation, Sri Karan Adani, CEO Adani Ports, Mr. Rakshit Shah, Executive Director, Dr. Naveen Thakkar, President International Pediatrics Association, Namaste to all. I am happy to inaugurate the B Medical Systems first manufacturing facility in Mundra, Gujarat, the land of opportunities. DRA fructifies the vision of the Prime Ministers of India and Luxembourg envisaged at the virtual bilateral summit held in November 2020. This is surely a giant step in India's vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat and Make in India. It is imperative to understand that for a nation to thrive, the healthcare sector needs to take the center stage. The healthcare sector is not only important for the well-being of the people, but by being deeply interlinked with all other key sectors of the economy important for national growth as well. For India to be a shining example in the world, we must keep developing our country's healthcare infrastructure and facilities. The pandemic has demonstrated to the world India's commitment as a nation for keeping healthcare at the forefront. With our Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi's strong resolve and determined efforts, we have completed the incredible goal of administering 150 crore vaccine, which is an immensely vital achievement that all of us should be proud of. Such an achievement would have been unfathomable only a few years ago. I am hopeful that the opening of B Medical System manufacturing facility in Mundra, Gujarat will further enhance, upgrade and facilitate the healthcare sector of our nation and play a key role in India's emergence as the vaccination capital of the world. The rapid pace at which the manufacturing facility was set up in India is also a tribute to the ease of doing business environment of the state government of Gujarat. With the launch of this facility, I am sure that Kutch will soon emerge as a major industrial and logistical hub in the country. I am positive that in the days to come, this facility will make India a global manufacturing hub for medical cold storage products. This launch also signifies a key role in implementing the National Animal Disease Control Program, NADCP. Having efficient cold chain infrastructure in place will ensure that animal vaccines also reach all corners of our nation. Our farmers will benefit tremendously if we eradicate deadly disease that afflicts their livestock. I am confident this launch will play a key role in transforming the animal vaccination projects ongoing in the nation. I am happy to say that under NADCP alone, Government of India has released around 300 crores to Indian states, UT, since 2019-20 for procurement of various cold chain infrastructure like walk-in coolers, ice-lined refrigerator, vaccine carriers, cool boxes, etc. Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairy Government of India has embarked on a Herculean task of identifying and refrigerating all cattle, buffalo, sheep, goat and pigs using ear tags with 12-digit unique identification number, and their data on production and health is being uploaded on information network on animal health and productivity enough database. This is one of the largest animal identification programs undertaken by any country in the world. This will ensure traceability and follow-up on the vaccination actually performed on field. Another paramount scheme that will reap the benefit of this launch is the nationwide artificial insemination program. NAIP launched under the guidance of our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji. Having cold chain infrastructure would tremendously ease the process of implementing the AI scheme nationwide. I extend my commendation to the Prime Minister of India and Luxembourg, whose visionary leadership has culminated into the launch of this bilateral project, which will not only save millions of human lives but also animal lives. It will not only meet the demand of human healthcare ecosystem but also animal healthcare ecosystem, and One Health program will be proceeded ahead. I heartily appreciate the way in which B medical system has played a pivotal role in fight against COVID in more than 140 countries across the globe. I also extend my best wishes to the team of B medical system who have worked tirelessly during the pandemic to ensure timely launch of this facility. मैं आप सबको नमस्कार करता हूं અને કચ્છી માડુઓને જણાવતા મને આનંદ થાય છે કે આદરણીય પ્રધાનમંત્રીજીના વિઝનરી નેતૃત્વમાં કચ્છમાં વ્હાઇટ ડેઝર્ટ હોય, મુન્દ્રાનું બંદર હોય, શ્યામજી કૃષ્ણ વર્માનું ઇન્ડિયા હાઉસ હોય, આવા જે કચ્છના રંગીન સોપાનો હતા એમાં એક મોરપીંછ જેવું મુન્દ્રાની અંદર બી મેડિકલ સિસ્ટમનું છોગું ઉમેરવા માટે હું જેસલ જાડેજાની ધરતી ઉપર જેસલ દેસાઈને, જેસલ દોશીને આ પ્રોજેક્ટને સાકાર કરવા માટે અભિનંદન આપું છું. ધન્યવાદ. ભારત માતા કી જય.
Thank you, sir. It is truly encouraging for us to hear your kind words. May I take this opportunity to request Honorable Minister Shri Parshottam Rupalaji to unveil the first Make in India vaccine refrigerator, the TCW 3000 AC. Sir, I request you to unveil the product.
I am happy to launch the first made in India refrigerator TCW 3000. धन्यवाद.
The TCW 3000 AC is a multi-mode vaccine refrigerator and freezer, which will be not only important for human vaccination, but like Sir said, it will be very important for the National Animal Disease Control Program as well. Our next guest, although couldn't be with us, but B Medical Systems also shares her philosophy, which is to create sustainable solutions for complex problems. Her mantra of growth with goodness is in all our hearts. We would like to invite our sisters working with us and our HR manager, Ms. Nandini Dharwarkar, to read the letter by our distinguished guest, Dr. Preeti Adani, Chairperson of Adani Foundation.
Namaste. I am delighted to see that a global medical equipment manufacturer of great repute has chosen Mundra as their first and only manufacturing location outside of Luxembourg. For the first time in 40 years, your company, B Medical Systems, has stepped out of its home country. This is a testament to the highly inviting and fantastic industrial ecosystem of Mundra in Gujarat, India. It not only attracts business investments, but also brings in opportunities for local communities. It is gratifying to know that B Medical Systems is truly thinking local and is focused on the progress of local people. Your decision to employ a predominantly female workforce in the newly established facility is worthy of appreciation.
इसके बाद भी अपने CM का है.
I must also compliment the company's efforts in supporting the villagers of Goersama through attention and interest in the renowned local arts and crafts of the Kutch region. I'm happy that the Adani Foundation has played a key role in supporting the vision of your company in Mundra right from the very beginning. B Medical Systems is a manufacturer of vital medical equipment, providing reliable cold chain solutions which are very integral in these times for preserving the potency of COVID-19 vaccines. It is humbling to see the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, transform into reality as he had invited B Medical Systems to join the Make in India movement. Thanks also to the Honorable Prime Minister of Luxembourg, Mr. Xavier Bettel, for supporting India during these difficult times amidst the pandemic. Finally, I must congratulate B Medical Systems for what they have achieved in just a few months while staying true to their ideals of integrity, supporting the local community, and most importantly, saving lives. I wish them all the very best in the years to come, and I'm proud that a company based in Mundra will help create a long-lasting and far-reaching impact in the healthcare sector in India. With warm regards and blessings from Dr. Preeti Ben Adani. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Indeed, with your support, we will continue our effort to develop the health sector and foster the local communities. Here is a short video which resonates your thoughts.
It is my great privilege to welcome you all to B Medical Systems today.
B Medical is a well-known brand and having 40 years experience in manufacturing of medical grade freezers, refrigerators, transportation boxes, Iceland freezers, refrigerators.
When I spoke to Jaisal about a year ago and heard about the plans for the B Medical Systems India expansion, I was completely blown away. That was going to be a huge task.
To see the company from where it started and where it has reached in such a short span of time, it's amazing.
Support and the encouragement that exists within the company to make it a reality.
And receive a great response from Indian as well as Luxembourg colleagues.
We are working like this is our one company, so we are working very hard by heart, not by force.
Got a chance to see the transformation of Mundra plant from a construction phase to now into production.
I learned a lot of things here. I'm getting a chance to learn here and improve myself.
The support from my colleagues I received was really helpful.
I have gained lots of technical knowledge since joining the company.
I recently joined B Medical System India and it's given me a new success in my life.
The management treats us as a family member.
हमें बी मेडिकल सिस्टम इंडिया का हिस्सा होने पर गर्व है.
Here is so friendly. I don't feel like I'm talking to a senior.
And I'm glad that he is giving women an opportunity to prove themselves. Thank you.
और मैं अपना खर्चा खुद उठा रही हूँ.
Providing my family and thanks to B Medical System.
હું પહેલાં મારા પરિવાર ઉપર આધારિત હતી, હવે આ બી મેડિકલ સિસ્ટમના કારણે હું પોતાના પગ પર થઈ છું, એટલા માટે હું આ બી મેડિકલ સિસ્ટમની આભારી છું.
मुझे खुशी है कि बी मेडिकल सिस्टम मेरे जीवन का एक हिस्सा है.
ऐसे में बड़ी खुशी हो रही है कि मैं बी मेडिकल सिस्टम का हिस्सा हूँ.
I feel proud to be a part of B Medical System team. Each member of our team working very hard to make it successful.
We are committed for best quality. We will provide best quality.
Wish you all the best.
All the very best. Thank you.
Our next guest needs no introduction at all. He holds the highest office in our home state and is unanimously beloved and a soft-spoken leader. Affectionately called Dada, he is the 17th Honorable Chief Minister of the Government of Gujarat, Shri Bhupendra Patel ji.
ગુજરાતને મેડિકલ ગ્રેડ કોલ્ડ સ્ટોરેજ ક્ષેત્રે આત્મનિર્ભર બનાવવા માટે આજનો આ પ્રસંગ અત્યંત મહત્ત્વનો છે. એક વર્ષ જેટલા ટૂંકા ગાળામાં કોલ્ડ સ્ટોરેજ સિસ્ટમનો મેન્યુફેક્ચરિંગ પ્લાન્ટ ઊભો કરવા બદલ બી મેડિકલ કંપનીને ખૂબ ખૂબ અભિનંદન. અત્યારે વિશ્વ આખું કોરોના મહામારીની કપરી સ્થિતિનો સામનો કરી રહ્યું છે. વડાપ્રધાન શ્રી નરેન્દ્રભાઈ મોદીના નેતૃત્વમાં દેશવ્યાપી રસીકરણ અભિયાન ચાલી રહ્યું છે. આવા સમયે રસી વગેરેની જાળવણી અને પરિવહન માટે કોલ્ડ સ્ટોરેજ ફેસિલિટીઝની માંગ ઉઠી છે. લક્ઝમબર્ગની નામાંકિત કંપની બી મેડિકલનો ગુજરાતમાં આ ગ્રીનફિલ્ડ પ્રોજેક્ટ રાઇટ જોબ એટ રાઇટ ટાઈમ છે. ગયા વર્ષે નવેમ્બર માસમાં લક્ઝમબર્ગના રાજદૂત જ્યારે સૌજન્ય મુલાકાતે આવ્યા ત્યારે આ પ્લાન્ટ વિશે વિસ્તૃત ચર્ચા કરી હતી. રાજ્ય સરકારની બિઝનેસ ફ્રેન્ડલી નીતિ રીતિ ગુજરાતને મોસ્ટ ફેવરેબલ ડેસ્ટિનેશન ફોર ઇન્વેસ્ટમેન્ટ બનાવેલ છે. ગુજરાતને મેડિકલ ડિવાઇસીસનું મેન્યુફેક્ચરિંગ હબ બનાવવાનો અમારો સંકલ્પ છે. વડાપ્રધાન શ્રી નરેન્દ્રભાઈ મોદીજીના પ્રસ્તાવને સ્વીકારીને બી મેડિકલે પોતાના અતિ આધુનિક ઉત્પાદન એકમને સ્થાપવા માટે ગુજરાત ઉપર પસંદગી ઉતારી તે અમારા માટે ગૌરવપ્રદ ઘટના છે. આપે ગુજરાતના ટેલેન્ટ, ટેક ઇન્ફ્રા અને ટોપોગ્રાફી પર જે વિશ્વાસ મૂક્યો તે ધન્યવાદને પાત્ર છે. મને જણાવવામાં આવ્યું છે કે આ નવા યુનિટમાં મહત્તમ મહિલા કર્મચારીઓને રોજગારી આપી નારી શક્તિથી આરોગ્ય શક્તિની નેમ પાર પાડવાની છે. આ અભિગમ માટે પણ અભિનંદન અને શુભેચ્છા પાઠવું છું. બી મેડિકલના મેડ ઇન ઇન્ડિયા ઉત્પાદનો ગુજરાત સહિત દેશભરમાં મેડિકલ ડિવાઇસીસ ક્ષેત્રે નવી મિસાલ પ્રસ્થાપિત કરશે તેમ હું માનું છું. વિશ્વ આરોગ્ય સંગઠનને નક્કી કરેલા ધારાધોરણો મુજબ કાર્યરત બનેલું આ યુનિટ મુદ્રા સહિત સમગ્ર રાજ્ય માટે નજરાણું બની રહેશે. આપના આ સાહસને રાજ્ય સરકારના જરૂરી સહયોગની ખાતરી આપું છું. ધન્યવાદ. જય હિન્દ, જય જય ગરવી ગુજરાત.
Thank you, sir, for your support, and we are proud to be associated with warm, hospitable, and vibrant state of Gujarat. Indeed, we have come to the right place at the right time, and we wish to be a strong contributor to Gujarat's healthcare manufacturing ecosystem. I would now like to welcome Her Excellency Miss Peggy Franzen, Ambassador of the Royal Duchy of Luxembourg in New Delhi, to say a few words.
Honorable Minister Shri Parshotam Rupala, dear ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm both honored and very pleased at the same time to join you here in Mundra, Gujarat, to inaugurate together with all of you the first biomedical systems manufacturing facility outside of Luxembourg here in India. 20 years ago, when I started to work at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Luxembourg, the biomedical system company was already well known and respected at the ministry. It cooperated with the Luxembourg Development Corporation to support the installation of cold chain systems in several countries, in many countries even around the world, to protect and store the thermosensitive vaccines and blood products. Today, with the COVID-19 pandemic, the necessity for these products is more obvious to all of us, and we are grateful and proud that the medical system produces reliable, high quality and innovative products which are indispensable in this field. Most of all, they contribute to the effort to get over the pandemic and permits us to get our former lives back, hopefully soon. I started to work as an ambassador at the beginning of September of last year in Delhi. Mr. Yezal Doshi, the deputy CEO of the medical system, was, if not the first, then among the very first visitors I had at the Embassy of Luxembourg. He informed me quite in detail about the progress of his project, which was by then already quite well advanced in Mundra. That was the moment when I started getting involved in the biomedical journey in India. I'm still impressed about the engagement, energy and devotion Mr. Doshi brings up for the company he works for. He doesn't leave a stone unturned when it is about biomedical systems. That's why I would like to warmly congratulate him and his team here in Mundra, but also in Mumbai and Ahmedabad, as well as back home in Rosingen, a small city in the north of Luxembourg, for all the efforts they made to have the factory producing here in Gujarat in less than a year's time. It is true that there were many helping hands here in India, at the national level, at state, and at local level. And I would like to join the wholehearted thanks of the Prime Minister of Luxembourg, Mr. Xavier Bettel, he expressed earlier in his speech to all the involved people. Still, without the courage and entrepreneurial talent and the will to be part of Make in India initiative, this could not have happened. I'm speaking of Mr. Doshi, obviously. My thanks also go to biomedical systems for their contribution in the further strengthening of the relations between Luxembourg and India, hoping that it can serve as a showcase for other Luxembourg companies to follow. Heartfelt congratulations again. Good luck and plenty of success to the new manufacturing facility in Mundra and its whole team.
Thank you, Madam Ambassador. The session will go on. However, I would like to thank Honorable Minister Shri Parshottam Rupala ji for joining us live and blessing us on this occasion.
માનનીય મિનિસ્ટર સાહેબ, તમે અમારા માટે બહુ ખાસ વાત કહીને ગયા અને નાના સમયમાં પણ તમે અમારી જે મદદ કરી છે, તમે જે અમને ગાઈડ કર્યું છે એ પ્રતિ અમે બધા તમને જેટલું ધન્યવાદ કરું એ ઓછું છે. અને અમને એવી જ ઈચ્છા છે કે તમારા પ્રોત્સાહનથી, તમારા જ્ઞાનથી અમે આગળ વધીએ અને અમે દેશને આગળ વધારીએ. કારણ કે આજે અમે યંગ કંપની છે. તમે જોયું મિનિસ્ટર સાહેબ કે અમે વધારે પડતા બધા યંગ પણ છે માણસો. અમારા કંપનીના જે કર્મચારી છે ઘણા યંગ છે, પણ અમારી પાસે ઉમ્મીદ બહુ છે, એનર્જી બહુ છે અને બધાને એક જ ઈચ્છા છે કે દેશ પ્રત્યે અમારે કંઈક કરવું છે. અને આજના સમયમાં, કોવિડના સમયમાં આપણે બધા જાણીએ છીએ કે વેક્સિનેશન જ એક સોલ્યુશન છે જેનાથી આપણે બધા આની બહાર આવશું. તો એ પ્રત્યે મિનિસ્ટર સાહેબ તમારા ખૂબ 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 આભાર કે તમે આ પ્રસંગે આવ્યા. મને ખબર હતી, તમારી ઈચ્છા હતી કે તમે સ્વયં અહીંયા આવો. તમારા માટે અમારા દરવાજા હંમેશા જ ખુલ્લા છે. અને તમે જેમ કીધું કે આ જેસલ જાડેજાની જગ્યા છે, એટલે તમે જ્યારે આવશો ત્યારે અમે દિવસ કે રાત કંઈ પણ નહીં જોઈએ, બસ તમારા સ્વાગતનો અમે ઇંતજાર કરીએ છીએ સાહેબ. થેન્ક યુ વેરી મચ સર.
ધન્યવાદ. ઓલ ધ બેસ્ટ.
થેન્ક યુ. ધન્યવાદ સર.
Thank you, Jay sir. It's a special welcome. We are just in the presence of Mr. Kuldeep Singh Jhala. We thank you for attending this ceremony, and we really appreciate your local support. Our next guest is one of the most respected professionals in the country. Currently, the CEO of Invest India, the National Investment Promotion and Facilitation Agency, which is promoted by the Government of India. We also take this opportunity to acknowledge the tremendous support provided by Invest India in helping us establishing ourselves in an incredible pace in India. I would now like to welcome Mr. Deepak Bagla, who has virtually joined us, and I request him to please take a moment to address the gathering.
I congratulate the entire B Medical Systems team. It's truly a special day today. And you know, for us at Invest India and the entire team, it has been a privilege of joining hands with you. And in a short period of 12 months, I must compliment you and your entire team, and especially the entire government and their entire efforts, especially the Government of Gujarat, for being able to get this all going in such a short span of time. It's just 12 months from the time of conceptualization to the time of commercialization. And we really welcome this vaccine refrigeration unit in Gujarat. I remember it was as recent as November 2020 when the Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, met and had a virtual dialogue with the Prime Minister of Luxembourg. And I remember one of the MOUs signed during that meeting was one of Invest India with our counterparts in Luxembourg. And I think this is the beginning of a new momentum this relationship is picking up. This entire vaccine cold chain, I think nobody needs to stress the importance of it. We are going through the most unprecedented time in human history. And even within this unprecedented time, for you and your entire team and the entire government official and the team of Gujarat, to be able to set up this entire refrigeration manufacturing facility is indeed very laudable. So may I compliment you once again. And we look forward to the beginning of this journey. And for us at Invest India, it is truly a moment to be proud. And we assure you of our entire support during your journey through India. We congratulate you once again and wish you the very best.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bagla. One of our strongest partner in Mundra and the district of Kutch is the Adani Group. Achieving this feat would not be possible had it not been without the help of the Adani Group and its core team members. Here is a video message from Mr. Karan Adani, the CEO of Adani Ports and Special Economic Zones.
Good evening. I take this opportunity to congratulate the entire team at B Medical Systems for setting up this world-class manufacturing facility. Not only is this your first facility outside Luxembourg, but it also has been set up in record time, considering your journey in India, which started only post the bilateral summit between the two countries in November 2020. We thank you for choosing us as your partner and for setting up this facility at Mundra. As India's largest transport utility, APSEZ is committed to providing all support to B Medical Systems for your success and growth in India. This is indeed a proud moment, and I congratulate you once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Karan Adani. And special thank you to Adani Ports and SEZ for all your support so far. We have been able to achieve this quick setup only because of your continual support. And now, we would like to ask Mr. Rakshit Shah, the Executive Director of Adani Ports, to unveil the coffee table book which outlines the journey of B Medical Systems in India.
When the core team of B Medical Systems first set foot in Gujarat, we were welcomed by Indextb. We have live with us Srimati Neelam Rani. She is an Indian Foreign Services Officer of the 2009 batch and currently the Managing Director of Indextb, the nodal agency for promoting industrialization in the state of Gujarat. We wish to place on our record acknowledgement for the tremendous support rendered by Indextb in establishing this manufacturing plant. I would request Ms. Srimati Neelam Rani to address us.
Thank you, Mr. Doshi. Thank you very much. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, very good evening. I would like to begin by conveying my heartfelt compliments to the management of the medical system, specifically Mr. Deshal Doshi, CEO, for the grand opening of the new manufacturing plant in Mundra. It is a proud moment for me as the Managing Director of Industrial Extension Bureau, Government of Gujarat, that we have been the part of this journey with B Medical System when they decided to set up a manufacturing plant in Gujarat. Indexb, as most of you know, is the investor facilitation agency of Government of Gujarat and facilitate investment, support industries, entrepreneurs for their business endeavor in Gujarat. It was in December 2020 when we first met with the management of B Medical System when they expressed interest to set up a plant for manufacturing vaccine storage containers in Gujarat. In just slightly over 12-month time, we are here today, witnessing the inaugural of the manufacturing facility in Gujarat. Despite the challenges posed by COVID-19 pandemic in 2021, Indexb facilitated and supported B Medical System in getting fast-track approvals and clearances from various Government of Gujarat departments. This is the success story of the ease of doing business that Government of Gujarat has to offer to the industries in Gujarat. Driven by proactive policy making, ease of doing business, investor-friendly approach, robust infrastructure and logistic infrastructure, augmented quality of life, Gujarat is today the most preferred investment destination all across the globe. I am confident that this is just a beginning for the industry, leaders and investors from Luxembourg to explore the multifarious opportunities and avenues for collaboration offered by our vibrant state of Gujarat, and to be the part of the state's next wave of growth. Thank you again for inviting me to be the part of the history in making, and my best compliment and wishes to the B Medical System team for a successful journey in Gujarat. Thank you once again for inviting us to be here, and I wish you all the best for your successful journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your wishes, ma'am. Our next guest, Dr. Naveen Thakkar, is one of the most distinguished pediatricians in the entire world. Practicing in Gandhidham, he has served on prestigious organizations like the Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunization, the Asia Pacific Pediatrics Association, and for the past 10 years, he has held various positions in the International Association of Pediatrics, of which he's currently the president-elect. Dr. Naveen Thakkar, we would request you to please address us.
Her Excellency and dignitaries on the dais, and those who are joining virtually. I cannot tell you how happy I am today. As it was just told, the whole my life I worked on immunization, polio, and served on Gavi board, and I knew about B Medical System when I was serving on Gavi board. And when Jaisal met me just 3 days back, and he just saw me smiling, and he will never understand why I was smiling, but it was so happy moment that vaccines for which I work whole life cannot be any effective if you don't have effective and reliable cold chain. And that facility, the world-class facility, is coming to my district, my state. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable, and I immediately said, I have cancelled all my engagement, but here I will come. I was really very cautious, but still I said I will come. And let me tell you another thing. January is a very important month for Kutch. Many of my colleagues sitting here will understand. 2001, we had a massive earthquake, and on 26th January and 29th January, I met my Guruji, Pramukh Swami Maharaj in Baroda, and I told him crying that Kutch will never stand again. And he said, don't worry, soon thi surjan thase. Means it will start from zero, but it will reach to such a height. You remember me. And when Jaisal met me, it came because in my chamber I have his photograph. So I immediately remembered from all the progress in last 20 years, and this is 21 years complete, we will complete. We have now a world-class facility in India, in Kutch, in Gujarat, so that process has completed with B Medical coming here. And another thing I will tell you why this is important. India was very good in infant immunization program. You all know about that. And with COVID vaccination, we established first time everybody was, I had so many interviews still from the foreign news media. Are you confident India will be able to do it? You have no experience. I said, don't worry. We have experience of polio. We have experience of UIP. We have experience of conducting election in the largest democracy of the world. We will do it. And we did it. You saw that we did it. Again, another milestone, when we talked about the adolescent immunization, and first time we succeeded in school-based immunization. And now, many of us know that when we are talking about immunization agenda 2030, a very ambitious plan for the WHO and UNICEF, which is India is a part of that, where we are talking about immunization at, across the life course. And once we are preparing our public for that, we are preparing a mindset, we are preparing the force, but we will need lot of cold chain equipments. And as for COVID vaccine, all of us were very nervous that why Prime Minister is pushing for the Make in India, why waiting for our vaccine, but now we see the reason. If we would have dependent on other companies, other countries, we would have not have been here so safe, feeling so secure, even with the Omicron. Similarly, when we roll out the vaccination across the life course, we will need lot of support. And thank you, B Medical, for being here at a very right time and a very right moment. And I can assure you, the public of Kutch, have shown its resilience time and again. And they will be, you will, like people say, Kutch nahi dekha to kuch nahi dekha. So it is like that you will not find such a good hospitality and support anywhere in the world but Kutch. Welcome to the Kutch. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your vote of confidence. With our legacy in children's immunization since the 1970s, and with your support, we will continue to achieve high standards of pediatric healthcare. Speaking of immunization, I would like to introduce our next guest, the State Expanded Program on Immunization Officer of the Government of Madhya Pradesh, Dr. Santosh Shukla.
It gives me great pleasure to be present in the opening ceremony of B Medical Systems Manufacturing Facility in Mundra in India. It is indeed the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister who could come with this idea that the global partners should be invited in the country as Atmanirbhar Bharat manufacturer. I must salute the Honorable Prime Minister for having such a great vision and become not just vaccine capital of world but also the vaccine cold chain capital of the world. I have been involved in the program of universal immunization since 1985, and I have seen the growth from strength to strength. The opening of B Medical Manufacturing Unit in Mundra is yet another feather in India's cap as a leader of immunization. It was only a few months ago that PM Modi invited B Medical Manufacturing Unit, and it's a great pride for the country that they have set in this establishment within a 1 year time. This shows the commitment of the company and the entire organization, and I congratulate all of them for achieving this milestone in supporting the country. It would be nice if the journey of the noble task continues in the country and all of us are benefited. चल पड़ी है एक लहर गांव गांव और शहर शहर, टीके अब राहत हैं चाहत हैं. I again congratulate the company for doing this excellent job in the country.
Thank you so much, sir. We will indeed strive together to make India not just the vaccine capital of the world, but the vaccine cold chain capital as well. In order to do so, we have started manufacturing all the vaccine cold chain products in this facility. And to manufacture the cold chain products, we need specialized machines. So I have great pleasure in inviting Mr. Dhanu Patel, the director of Reinhardt India, the providers of the best quality rotomolding machine, which are currently installed right here in this facility. We would like to invite you to unveil the flagship Make in India product, the RCW 25. Please welcome, sir. Wow, it's a beauty, isn't it? Our next guest, Mr. Sandeep Chakrabarti, from the Indian Foreign Services of the 1996 batch. He is currently the Joint Secretary of the Ministry of External Affairs and has held prestigious positions in 3 continents. Sir?
Congratulations to B Medical Systems of Luxembourg for setting up this factory in Mundra, Gujarat, and its inauguration today. It was barely a year ago that the virtual summit took place between the Prime Minister of India and the Prime Minister of Luxembourg. In this meeting, it was decided that B Medical Systems would come to India and set up a refrigeration systems plant. I remember the role our Ministry of External Affairs played, our embassy in Brussels played, and the Luxembourg embassy in Delhi got involved. And so quickly, with the help of this amazing leadership team of B Medical Systems, of Luc Provost and Jeshal Desai, this whole thing took shape so quickly. And in 1 year today, we have this factory manufacturing refrigeration systems, so critical for India's vaccination program, so critical for maintaining the cold chain, and a brilliant example of Atmanirbhar Bharat, manufacturing in India for the world. I'm sure the refrigeration systems that come out of this factory will be very, very useful for our vaccination program and will also contribute to India's exports to the world. Thank you and congratulations once again.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging message. Indeed, the Ministry of External Affairs and Honorable Minister Sri S. Jaishankar has been pivotal in fostering the Indo-Luxembourgish relationship. Our next guest, Dr. Bakul Parekh, is one of the leading pediatricians of the country and has been the president of the Indian Academy of Pediatrics. He has more than 4 decades of professional experience and heads one of the leading hospitals in Mumbai, the Bakul Parekh Children's Hospital and Specialty Center. So,
good evening, dear friends and respected guests. It's my pleasure and privilege to be here amongst you today, along with my colleagues from Indian Academy of Pediatrics, Dr. Naveen Thakkar, who already you have heard of him, and my dear friend Dr. Upendra Kinjwadekar, who is also IAP President for 2023. At the outset, my compliments and congratulations to B Medical System, especially Mr. Jaisal Doshi. We know that robust cold chain is a very important part in implementing the immunization program in our country. But unfortunately, 9 out of 10 clinics use domestic refrigerator to store these vaccines, and we all know that it cannot develop the temperature needed to maintain the efficacy of vaccines, and so we need a solution. Now we know that your domestic refrigerator, you open the gates off and on. In our country, many times there are electrical outages, and that's how this temperature is not maintained. So how to solve this issue? Now we in Indian Academy of Pediatrics, we have 34,000 members, and they play a very important part in immunization program of our country. And why they don't buy, or they buy rather this domestic refrigerator? Because of the cost. Because incidentally we have to pay about 1 to 1.2 lakh rupees per refrigerator if you want to really store these vaccines effectively. But it is not really available easily. So I really compliment and congratulate B Refrigeration System for bringing this factory or manufacturing unit in our country, so that this problem can be solved very easily with the help of multi-stake partners in terms of, say, financial institutes, your foundations, and of course Indian Academy of Pediatrics can play a very, very important role to enable this program to become successful because of our membership strength. We know that there are many ways people travel and many ways people store refrigerator, transport from home to the clinic, from one clinic to another clinic, and they require lots of regulations, lots of control, and lots of equipments and facilities, and which was lacking so far. And so now I am sure with this particular company coming in, the problem will be very easy to solve. So with this few words, I compliment Jaisal again, because he came to my house. We discussed about this particular company, how it was working in Luxembourg and how it is likely to come in India. That's what we talked about 6 months back. But today we are seeing the result, and it is already there in our country. So I'm thankful to you for your efforts, and I'm sure, as Damin Bhai said, that this will be a great initiative by you and for our country, that vaccination program will see the dream which is required and with the fruit which is required to be fulfilled through you and your support. Now, typically when we talk to our colleagues, we ask them why you are buying those refrigerators and why you are not really buying the regular equipments, because of the cost. So we discuss with many other manufacturing companies in India who are manufacturing refrigerators, but somehow the cost was not coming down below 1 lakh. But when I talked to Jaisal, he was so confident that he has some connections along with IAP. We can come up with some venture capitalists, some developmental financial institutes to bring down this cost to say 20 to 25,000 for each of our member, and that will make for everyone to buy this type of refrigeration in the clinic and be able to fulfill the requirement. So thank you very much, Jaisal, and thank you very much B Refrigeration Medical System, which is supposed to be one of the largest in the country, and I'm sure our dream which we need, and as Naveen Bhai said, it was his dream also when he started in 2001, that it will come up in such a big way, especially in Kutch and the state of Gujarat where he belongs, and even I belong because I am from Rajkot. So I am very thankful to all of you, and I am sure we will achieve what we need. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Parekh, for your kind words. We would now like to invite, last but not the least, Mr. Jaisal Doshi, Deputy CEO globally and CEO B Medical Systems India, to address the gathering and to give the vote of thanks.
Honorable Prime Minister of the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg, His Excellency Mr. Xavier Bettel, Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Bhai Damodar Das Modi, Honorable Minister of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Shri Parshottam Rupala, Honorable Minister of Health, Dr. Mansukh Bhai Wandavia, Honorable Ambassador of Luxembourg to India, Her Excellency Peggy Franzen, distinguished doctors, Mr. Rakshit Shah, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I was supposed to start my speech at 5:45, and I see that we are exactly on time. So this sounds very much like Luxembourg. But in order to twist it a little bit and make it more Indian, I'll take a little bit more time than was allocated to me. So first of all, thank you everyone for attending this event in body and in spirit. It gives incredible strength and motivation to each and every one of us in the B Medical family, to see such strong support, enthusiasm, and belief in our work. What you see today is the result of great men and women putting humanity's interest above all else and coming together with one vision: to save lives. I am reminded of Mahatma Gandhi's words here. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. The setting up of B Medical Systems journey in India started with the vision of two great leaders, Prime Minister Bettel and Prime Minister Modi. Prime Minister Bettel for being such a strong supporter of science, vaccinations, and B Medical Systems. And Prime Minister Modi for his vision that India should not just be the vaccine capital of the world, but also the vaccine cold chain capital of the world. B Medical Systems in India owes its existence to these two great men. Therefore, when I say BMS, I no longer refer to B Medical Systems, but BMS for me stands for Bettel and Modi Success. But it did not stop there. To translate a vision into reality, and that too one of this scale, and in as short a time frame as a few months, meant that multiple layers, organizations, and individuals had to believe in this vision. We have been truly blessed with selflessness from all sides. The Honorable Minister of External Affairs, Sri S. Jaishankar, supported by the Honorable Minister of India to the EU, Luxembourg, and Belgium, along with the Joint Secretary, Sri Sandeep Chakravarti, whom you heard, and who has treated this very much like his own baby. If there is one organization which takes more pride in B Medical being set up than B Medical itself, it is Invest India under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Led by the dynamic Mr. Deepak Bagla, Invest India's young, bright, and incredibly motivated team have moved mountains to help us reach here. It is no wonder that Invest India is amongst the best, if not the best, investment promotion agencies in the world. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude to Shri Parshottam Bhai Rupala. As I mentioned earlier, his vision and his passion to ensure that the animal husbandry sectors help Indian farmers double their income is truly contagious. In a short span of time, the Honorable Minister has completely transformed India's vast animal husbandry, fisheries, and dairy sectors through the use of technology, and we hope to contribute to his vision in our own small way through the betterment of animal health and disease control. And the support from the Luxembourg government, I think that was pretty evident today. It makes all of us at B Medical swell with pride. The Prime Minister's belief in science, in vaccination, and his support for Luxembourgish companies to help them become global giants is truly exemplary. And no words would do justice or reflect the gratitude that each one of us in India and also in a little village called Hosingen have for him. I would also like to thank very much Her Excellency, Madam Peggy Franzen, for being with us since day one. As you mentioned, I was one of the first visitors you met. And in a short span of time, we very much have come to think of you as our family. The Government of Gujarat, including the Honorable Chief Minister and Indextb, the Gujarat government's investment promotion agency, have supported us, I believe, in not just breaking national records, but world records. I would like to make special mention of Srimati Neelam Rani, whom you heard, who was there every step of the way, day or night, to support us. I still remember when we first made the decision to invest in India, many people came to me and said, "You're making a mistake. You need a local partner. India में permission कोई आपको 2-3 साल लग जाएंगे." What they were telling me was just taking permissions in India takes 3 years. Here, I think we've done the impossible. And I would like to thank many people here. The Chief Officer of Mundra Nagar Palika, the Mamlatdar of Mundra Taluka, the Gujarat Pollution Control Board and Regional Officer Shri K.B. Chaudhary, DISH and Deputy Director Shri Britesh Chauhan, and many officers of PGVCL, including its MD, have helped ensure that the factory was set up in a record time. To just give you one example, we got our pollution control license within 2 hours of applying online. I think this is impossible not just in India but anywhere else in the world except for Gujarat, and I think it's a great source of pride. So now, before I continue with my monologue, I thought it would be the right time to give you a glimpse of our Make in India journey, which has just been a few months old. So we had to encounter at least one glitch, otherwise it would have just been too perfect. Maybe I will just continue. I'm sure you've noticed our young and highly motivated team. I think whilst as a company, our vision is to save lives, we also believe as a company, we have to contribute towards building a better future for our children and for many further generations to come. There is a lot we can do as a company, and we hope to already make some steps in that direction. We are very proud that we have a predominantly women workforce on our factory floor. It is truly one of the major milestones that we have achieved, and I humbly but confidently believe that this is just the beginning for creating even more women empowerment, especially in the Kutch region. The stage behind me is another example. This beautiful traditional mud work has been made from a group of highly talented women from the Kutch region who have given it their all to create this masterpiece in just a few days. I am sure that they will be delighted that their work is getting a global audience today. For all this, we owe a lot of gratitude to Srimati Preeti Adani, chairperson of Adani Group, Adani Foundation. She has given her personal commitment and time to make this happen. ખૂબ ખૂબ આભાર મેડમ તમને અને અદાની ફાઉન્ડેશનની આખી ટીમને, ખાસ કર પંક્તિબેન અને પારસભાઈ. Thank you. I would also like to make a couple of very special announcements here. We would like to announce our support to two extremely special organizations who have been contributing to the education of marginalized and victimized children in Gujarat. The first one is the Yusuf Meher Ali Foundation, which runs several schools in the Kutch region for the education of children of migrant workers, especially fishermen, salt pan workers, and those living in industrial slums. The second organization is the Vidya Vihar Kelavni Mandal in Palitana, which is a very famous Jain pilgrimage site. Here we are going to support the education of orphans, handicapped children, children of single mothers, as well as children of doli workers. Doli or palki, or in English palanquin. These workers carry you physically over nearly 4,000 steps to a height of more than 2,000 meters. And unfortunately, their children do not have any access to education. Gives me great, great pride that we will be supporting the education of nearly 1,000 children with these two organizations. A lot of people ask me, why did B Medical Systems choose Mundra of all places? So please allow me to respond to that question in Gujarati. તો B Medical Systems મુન્દ્રામાં હોય તો એનું શ્રેય જાય છે મારા માતા પિતા અને ફિયાને, કારણ કે ફિયાએ પાડ્યું જેસલ નામ. અને તમે જ કહો સાહેબ કે જેસલ કચ્છમાં ના જાય તો ક્યાં જશે? So for all those in English, there is a famous Gujarati real life story or a love story about the eternal love between Jaisal and Toral. And it is natural that every Jaisal will be attracted to Kutch. On a more serious note, we have been blessed to receive the unconditional support of the Adani Group, starting with Sri Karanbhai Adani, whose words still ring in my head. He said, B Medical Systems is coming here to save lives. Let us extend unconditional support to make this happen. And they truly have done that. I am truly grateful and indebted to the entire Adani Group, including Sri Karanbhai Adani, Sri Rakshit Bhai Shah, Mr. Vikram Jaisinghani, Satendra Pathak, and Kautuk Shah, who have all made this happen day or night. They were always here to support us. I'm elated also at the support that we have received from our partners, some of whom are here in person. Mr. Dhanu Patel from Brainart, Nimish Parekh and Sandeep Agarwal from Parekh Integrated Services Private Limited, Krunal Patel from Zelos, Mr. Paresh Vasaikar from Vasaikar Group, Sri Chandrakant Patel from Ice Make, Mr. Kun Shah from Savage Seal, Tejas Kothari and Siddharth Xavier from a recently listed and rapidly growing company called CWD Innovations. Thank you very much for your belief in us and supporting us at all times. We are also proud that in such a short journey, we have had a chance to service marquee customers such as UNICEF, the Serum Institute of India, Dr. Reddy's Laboratories, Tata 1mg, Reliance Group, Roche Diagnostics, Dr. Lal Path Labs, and Leelavati Hospitals, to name a few. We are also extremely excited about our future. Today we are lucky not to have one, not two, but three doctors from the Indian Association of Pediatrics and also the president of the International Pediatric Association. With their support, we look forward to a transformation of the private pediatricians' practice across not just the country, but across the world. We are also very, very excited about introducing new technology and products which are made in India. We have already introduced the solar vaccine cold room, which you see here on my right, innovative phase change materials, as well as state-of-the-art real-time monitoring devices for transport solutions. And we look forward to introducing many more such made in India innovations. We're almost to the end now, so thank you for your patience. This facility would not have been possible without 4 other groups of people, all of whom are like my family. The first one, which was the closest but now the most distant, is my own family. I have just been away from them for so long and they don't see me for days. So I would very much like to thank my parents, my wife, and my 6-year-old son, who has not seen his papa for many, many days, but still greets me with a smile every time. The second group is the village and the people of Goer Sama, whom I think they have adopted B Medical Systems as their baby. And so I'm very, very happy to have received all the support and love from them. The last 2 groups, of course, are the B Medical families, not just here in Mundra, but also in Hosingen. The number of people who have traveled from Luxembourg, regardless, whether it was first wave, second wave, or now third wave, is testament to their commitment. They have really made this their second home, and no amount of thanks would do justice to their commitment and their passion. I would also like to mention Pascal Vanier and Pierre Euchemis, who started the company and have now retired, but still very actively follow the growth even after 40 years. None of this would have been possible without their wisdom and guidance. And finally, the team here in Mundra. I think they've lived through hell and high water to make this happen, including the worst thing, which is facing my anger and my mood swings. But they have done all of this with a smiling face. Today, nobody should be feeling as proud as you are. So many, many congratulations. I would finally like to invite, on behalf of all of you all at Mundra, a warm invitation for everyone who's joining us virtually to visit us in Mundra when the conditions permit in a safe manner. Finally, just given the number of people who have made this possible, I would like to end by saying, Filmors merci, Dankeschön, merci beaucoup, grazie, obrigado, thank you, dhanyavad, Nandi, Nandri, Dhanyawadalu, Tamara Sarvana, Khub Khub Abar. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, Jaisal. Now, I would like to invite and request all the dignitaries to proceed for the inauguration of the plant, the most awaited moment tonight. I would also like to request everybody present here to move in a fashion manner, keeping the healthcare and the social distancing norms in mind. Thank you. Thank you everybody present here as well as present online on YouTube and Zoom. For those who couldn't make it here at the event, we have a short video for you depicting what it looks like inside. थैंक यू. अब मैं सारे गेस्ट को रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि प्लांट की तरफ आमंत्रित करूंगा कि वो आके प्लांट देखे. थैंक यू. Thank you everybody for who have joined us online. We would now end the stream. Thank you once again.